Hello, I'm Associate Professor Simon Pawson, Associate Dean for Hospitality, Tourism, Events and Culinary at Torrens University Australia. And I'm here with Amelia Hiel, a recent graduate of our Bachelor of Business in Hospitality Management. Amelia, welcome.
Thank you for having me today.
Amelia, let me ask you, where did your passion for hospitality come from?
So my passion for hospitality definitely started, I'd say, at a young age when I used to go on holidays with my parents and my brother. We always used to stay at hotels and I was like, I could do that one day. And also in high school, I studied my certificate too in hospitality, food and beverage. So that kind of gave me a base understanding for what this degree would kind of end up for.
Now, how long was your qualification?
So my bachelor's degree went for 3 years and I studied full-time.
Full-time. And was that online or face-to-face classes or a little bit of both?
Yeah, so definitely a little bit of both. The majority of the classes I did do on campus, but I did the odd online class. But in 2020 when COVID hit, we all kind of shifted to online learning. So I did online learning for my last year of my degree.
Fantastic. Now, the transition from school to university, some people can be a little bit nervous about that.
Yeah.
So tell us about your experiences in those first few weeks of study.
So definitely it was something new, coming straight from high school, you're so used to, same friend group. So you definitely had to kind of step out of your comfort zone, which was I kind of struggled a little bit with. But as weeks went on, it kind of made it a lot easier. You got to get more comfortable with the people in your class, make new friends and all of that, which was really good.
Tell me a little bit more about how your lecturers brought real life experience into classes rather than just talking about theory all the time.
So I think what Torrens specializes really well is they're able to get lecturers who have come straight from the industry and then within the lectures themselves integrate their experiences or actual, real life situations that they've experienced and kind of adapt them into the theoretical parts, which makes us as students a lot more easier to understand the content that is being projected across to us, which made it really easy for me.
Amelia, tell us a little bit more about how industry training works and how applied training works in your program.
So part of my degree, you had to do industry placement and I was lucky enough to do mine at the Pullman Hyde Park, but also with Torrens we have our William Blue Dining, which is really cool. I think for a lot of people, they don't have that opportunity to kind of, go and experience a real life restaurant and its operations, both front of house and also in the kitchen as well. So I do know people who are still working there now and they obviously enjoyed it really well. So it's a little extra thing that makes Torrens stand out against the rest.
So Amelia, you're working at the Pullman Hyde Park. Tell us a little bit more about what you're doing there.
So I work in the food and beverage department. So I've had experience in the conferencing and events side, the buffet restaurant, the cafe in our lobby, room service, minibar. I basically do everything.
What would you say to somebody, and maybe somebody from your school who is in the same position that you were 3 years ago and was unsure whether they should pursue a career in hospitality? What advice would you give them?
I'd say definitely just go for it. There's so many different avenues, it's definitely a long-term career. People are always going to need hospitality, whether that be through tourism on the planes or, going overseas or in the city itself, hotels, cafes, restaurants, bars, wherever. It's always needed. It's around you pretty much.
Amelia, thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us today. And on behalf of Torrens University Australia, we wish you every success for the future and do stay in contact with us. That's so important because we want to hear about your successes.
I definitely will, and thank you for having me today.
It's been an absolute pleasure. And if you'd like to learn more about our hospitality, tourism, events or culinary programs at Torrens University Australia, jump on our website at www.torrens.edu.au.